Hi, my name is Haven, and I will be talking to you about my research paper, which was on William Butler Yeats. Um, William Butler Yeats was widely known as the greatest poet in the 20th century, and I've read a couple of his poems myself, and they're amazing, like The Stolen Child, The Second Coming. Those are two of my favorites. William Butler was born in 1865 and passed away in 1939. He was an amazing poet while alive. Now, through his poems, he wrote about a lot of his life. One of the main ones that I can remember is Maud Gonne. She was a woman that he quickly fell in love with when he met, and she ended up marrying someone else, even though William had proposed multiple times. She turned him down and ended up getting married to someone else. There is a lot of his writing was about her at one point, like The Troubling of My Life Began. That was one of his most, I guess you could say, relatable ones, like, to his life that I read. It was amazing, and it has a lot of symbols from his ordinary life and family traditions, and it was very, very inspirational. So I did just tell you a little bit about his poetry. Also, just to add on to that, one of my favorite quotes was, "There are no strangers here, only friends you have not yet met." Now, to me, that means all of your friends are strangers up until the point that you get close with them. Like, at one point they were strangers. At one point you weren't born into this life knowing all your friends. You had to get to know them in order for them to be in your life. And it showed a lot because I never looked at it like that. And it showed a lot to me in my life. And so that was one thing I definitely took in from his writing. So another thing is a lot about William's life. So his life, I gave you a little insight about he fell in love with Maud Gonne, and that didn't work out. But he did end up getting married years later to a woman by the name of Georgiana Hyde Lee. He was married to her from 1917 until the year of his death, 1939. He was happily married to her and had a son and a daughter by the name of Michael and Anna Yeats. And, I mean, from what it seemed like, they were very happy. William ended up writing until the last years of his life. And in the last years, he had ended up getting very ill and had to retire because of his health. But he wrote all the way up until he was in his old age. And, I mean, a lot of people don't go that long with writing. But he did. He wrote, and it seemed like he had never aged. Like, he was just an amazing writer his whole life. So the Abbey Theater was originally co-owned by 3 different people in 1999. This theater was all about the Irish. It was called the Irish Literacy Theater. So it wasn't originally the Abbey Theater. But that ended up not working out, and it went down the drain, basically. And William decided to go with 2 Irish brothers and reopen it in 1904. It had great publicity, and it ended up closing in 1946. Now, this was a wonderful place to go to, and it actually now has reopened. So people get to basically experience the past in the present, which I think is amazing. They have photographs and posters and different things like that from the past to show everybody now. So I thought that was pretty cool. And this is just a summary of my research paper for you, and I hope that you liked it.